It's finally over. The Foolio murder trial. The sentencing has taken place and everybody's got life. No possibility of parole. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go straight to jail. It's not a surprise, but what was a surprise is what went down in the courtroom. Some of the responses, some of the comments that were made during the sentencing had a lot of people very, very, maybe not even surprised, but shocked. For sure, this was shocking because the judge low-key sided with the murderers and basically damn near came right up to just to the edge of admitting that Foolio actually deserved to die for dissing his ops, making music videos at gravesides. And this led to some of the murderers that had actually been sentenced to life in jail without possibility of parole to clap, give a round of applause to the judge in the courtroom. This was insane. You might have already seen this, but look, all right? They're saying, just don't be biased. Davion started clapping when the judge said Foolio was no saint. Okay, this is crazy.
For what he did, or what he drilled, the drill rap videos he made. But goodness gracious, going and desecrating the gravesite of a murdered relative is, you don't deserve to be killed for that, but you just increased your odds that it was going to happen. And that's the truth. That is the truth. So I'm not at all, again, stating that he deserved it, but...
That was crazy. I never seen anything like that. Never, ever in my life seen anything like that. It's insanity. They're saying that dude gives zero fucks. It says, shit, when you got one of the worst possible outcomes in life, it really couldn't get worse than it already is. People are saying this is highly unethical by the judge. I agree, to be honest with you guys. I think this isn't ethical. 100%. I don't know why she had that little post-sentencing monologue in case review. It says she does it in most, if not all cases, just not this one. All right. It says exactly the victim isn't there to share his side of the story. It says maybe I don't watch enough cases, but her applauding the police department and saying they should receive an award is kind of over the top for me. It says, in complimenting a witness on a good job, it's like she's a fan of a sports club or something. She is out of order. Wasn't she the one that was removed from Alicia Andrews' case? They're saying that's the same broad. And so this was Davion Murphy when he was getting interviewed by the cops, basically saying like, yo, like Foolio was over here dissing Corbin. Corbin's mother was crying, getting yelled at in the street. Where's Corbin? He basically broke it down. He said they was on my, I'm pretty sure he said they was filming music videos at my brother's grave. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd never seen anything like this. It's actually insane. But I get what she's saying. I do think it's wrong for a judge to do that because you've got to be completely impartial. But it did increase his chances that he was going to get killed. And he did get killed. He shot a lot of videos by gravesides. And it did increase the chances he was going to get killed. And we knew that he was going to go out this way. But at the same time, the judge, big Trap Law Ross making documentaries about this shit with a bunch of shit on Reddit. I'm supposed to say that the judge, the actual judge in the balance, it was supposed to be like the courtroom where, what's that thing where it's like the blind, you know that thing you always see in courtroom and it's like the scales of justice and she blind. It's supposed to be blind. The scales of justice is supposed to be blind. It's supposed to be blind justice. And she talking about, well, he was filming videos by the grave. So I ain't saying he deserved it, but they did what they supposed to do. She hit him with a Pee Wee Roscoe. She said, damn near, she said, hey, they did what they supposed to do. It's crazy. It says people hate on him because they're biased for Foolio, but you have to respect it. He stood on what he did with no regret and got real get back for his loved ones. Says he obviously does have regrets because he's telling Gen Z, change your life, it ain't worth it. Says the craziest thing is Foolio was honorable too. He would agree with this too. Long live 6. That's actually a really good point. Such a good point. Now, Davion Murphy would actually speak right at the end, okay? One of the shooters, one of the people that actually did this, he would address the court, and this is what he said.
As I was saying, it looked different from up here.
He said it looked different from up here. He said, it's crazy.
To God be the glory all the time, and he'll forever have the last say-so in our situation. As I said in my interrogation interview, I'll be judged for it, and I'll forever retain my innocence. And I just want to say to the Gen Z generation, change your life and do something productive with your life, because in this predicament it ain't worth it. And
he kind of smirking like he think it's worth it. I feel like maybe he's look, he got to say that because a couple of the other guys said the same shit. And at the end of the day, he don't want to get no restrictions. He want to, maybe he wants to get TV in a cell or some shit. But like, he kind of low key smirking. He know he got back. He got exactly what he wanted.
Like it was said before, this is not my first rodeo down this road, so it's looking like forever. But I forever keep a positive mind state and a positive mindset. But to God be the glory forever. And that's it.
Thank you, Miss Murphy.
He's smiling. He might as well have said big ATK shit in there. You know what I'm saying? That's actually crazy, bro. It said all that ramen and tuna got him big as F since his arrest. I hear it, to be honest with you. It says his fat ass been that big. The ramen and tuna just helping him maintain. It says he was fat already, but he definitely bigger compared to how he looked in that interrogation video. Getting sent to life and saying to the judge, this ain't my first rodeo is wild, but you can't say he hasn't kept it real. He kept it real all the way through. That life sentence got them boys trying to make statements so they can look a little better when they file that appeal. Got Davion trying to sound inspiration. Dude said Gen Z. They're saying he still want revenge. He ended the war, bro. He doesn't need revenge. Sean ended it all. Those 300 blackouts hit Foolio's heart, back, liver, chest, artery in his neck. He was gone from the first neck shot. That's crazy. Okay, 300 blackout bullet. That is actually wild. It says he a real life diehard member for real. I know all he's saying in his head is he made Spaz proud. Calling Kenny Caps afterwards and saying I forgave you is a testament to his determination. All right, it says you can hear it in his voice, bruh. Still got heart in there, just scared. Saying his voice was shaky, puffed out, eating them good noodles. I hear it. Said he got that pain back, so he happy. He said happy. He said himself, this situation ain't worth it. He regretful as F, but he for sure taking accountability, and he gonna lay in his bed, not like he got a choice. The way he was acting in court, like he don't give a damn. They're saying he's settling him. R.I.P. Spaz, man. Says, I feel that, but this statement alone don't reflect his I don't give a F like demeanor that he's had all trial. If he chose this time to say all glory to God, long live Spaz, I'd be like, oh yeah, he don't regret a fucking thing. But nah, he know the get back wasn't worth it. The dude's voice damn near cracking towards the end. I'm not gonna lie, bro. When you gone out this sad, bro, he might as well have got up there and said, long live my brother Spaz, man. He might as well have. I think he would have got more sympathy from the court if he'd got up there and just said, look. But this is the thing. He said I was maintaining my innocence to the end, and he might get that appeal. So he can't pop up there and say, long live Spaz, man, we're smoking Foolio. He can't do that. Says he got hella money on the books. I'm gonna start calling him Cheeto Man. Right? Said bro, that dude ain't that big from just eating them skimpy 3 county trays a day. Definitely got decent commissary money to maintain that weight, lol. He either in there hustling or he got support on the outside. Davion is a treasure, boy, solid as they come, a career criminal and accepted his fate. Salute. A lot of people said he kept it solid. He got back. He got his revenge for his brother, and basically he accepted his fate. Now, Davion Murphy, everyone's saying that he's the most solid individual of all of them, okay? But, all right, Godaze, a.k.a. Isaiah Chance, okay, he was part of the alleged lookout team alongside his girlfriend, Alicia Andrews, and he tried to claim that his sentence was unfair compared to hers because he's getting lifed off in jail just like all the other guys. You ain't never seen outside of that cell ever again, okay? He basically got up there and complained and said, like, oh, man, like, why am I getting this life sentence and she got off scot-free? Well, she got the buns. That's why. You ain't got none.
Cisco, unlike the rest of my co-defendants here, they all are charged with being the alleged shooters and have the same verdicts. However, me, on the other hand, the one who was charged with me for playing the same alleged role as I, gets found not guilty for what I am charged with. Alicia case didn't contradict the alleged shooters versus the state case. I don't even think it's possible it could have. However, it contradicts mine being the only principle here, because both of our jury's decisions contradicts each other. The only nuance is I went to trial with 3 other people who have the same verdict as I, and she didn't. Alicia get found not guilty for my current charge. It wasn't a coincidence. Basically what I'm saying is Alicia and the state alleged that we played, that's getting into like the facts of like the case.
Well, that's okay. If I'm hearing you correctly, you are taking issue with the fact that I don't know if she's your current or former girlfriend, but she went to trial. She was convicted of a manslaughter and got 15 years, and now you're here facing life, and that I would assume that seems unjust to you. Is that correct?
That's highly unjust. I seen Susie Lopez on the news this morning, and she was saying that justice has been served. Absolutely, if you see it from that perspective. But everything that's a perspective is based off perception. So if you say that's justice, okay, but when you look at, if you put me and Alicia up on like side by side, that's unjust. Like, it's injustice. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, it's contrary to my verdict. Like, her jury made their decision. Our jury made their decision, but it contradicts like both of our verdicts. The only difference is, like, I went to trial with my co-defendants and she went to trial by herself. So I feel like personally I got guilt more so by association than like participation. That's all I really wanted to say, Judge. Sorry, because this is way more harder than I anticipated. But that's all. Thank you.
Sure.
Yes,
Sure.
ma'am.
And
Sure.
you probably know when Miss Andrews went to trial, she basically pinned it all on you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know. You know, when as I sit with my lawyer, like, he's very he's probably shivering over there because he don't know what
Right.
I say out my mouth.
Right. He's very
Yeah,
concerned.
definitely. A lot of people don't know, but before you go to trial,
So it's crazy, really, because it's like the fact that I had never seen this in a trial. They let all of the people that lost the case get up and say something. He talking about, oh well, you know, it's unfair. I got tried with all these guys, and the jury made a different decision. Well, the jury looked at both of the situations and they made a verdict, and they determined that they thought you was more involved. You was with the boys setting this up. Now, when the judge said, she slapped him down and said, well, your ex-girlfriend, your girlfriend, whatever, Alicia Andrews, she said she put it all on you. And the jury was rocking with that. So, is what it is, basically. That's how the cookie crumbles. People saying he's not lying. They said her lawyers blamed it on you. That's what happens when you let others go to trial first. She didn't waive her right to a speedy trial. It says Alicia went against Gutter, saying she was damn near there against her will via their abusive relationship, right? That's why she's seen as having less culpability. She threw him under the bus, whether true or not. There's no honor among thieves. Every man for himself, and especially with attorneys, they don't care who goes down. They're just trying to win a case and get more cases, as she should, because dude's supposed to already know not to involve no female in their business. People are saying Alicia didn't go against Gutter. In his final statement, Zay said, a lot of people don't know this, but before you go to trial, you try to be optimistic, but everything is done strategically, talking about Jeremy. If Alicia really wanted to throw Gutter under the bus, she could have easily talked about everything from the phone convos to what happened at the Airbnb and in the car, etc. But she didn't. The only thing she admitted was that Gutter was on the phone and in the car with her, which she didn't deny since it was literally on camera. She used the domestic abuse angle as the only way to protect herself while still giving Gutter a chance in his trial. Obviously, it didn't work, but that was because of the joint trial. Not because she put everything on him. Damn, threw girl under the bus. Said he actually making some sense. On God, not to mention Judge actually looked like she was hearing his point too. He might have a good chance. She understands what he's saying, but it's two different juries. One jury doesn't affect the other. If it did, the flip side would be that Alicia Andrews would get life without parole, just like Isaiah. Neither way works. Says you got to remember, nobody forced him to go to Tampa. There comes a point in life where you need to be responsible for your own actions. He helped set the play in motion. This was all premeditated. He should have felt blessed. Instead of worrying about Alicia, he could have gotten the needle. 051 Lil Mick that killed L.A. Capone won an appeal on some similar shit. I could be wrong, but it reminded me of his case. He got resentenced from 60 years to 20 years for something to do with his Cody only getting 24 the first time around. I'm sure there's way more to it, but this has some of those elements to it. All right.
So Judge Cisco.
Oopsie daisy, I don't really care about any more of these. They're saying he trashed for that. That should have been built into your defense, if anything. Others saying, I feel bad for him. I have nothing but respect for people who live the street life and don't feel sorry for themselves or act the victim once they're caught. Says he's for sure sounding like the victim. Says he isn't. He's just trying to get himself out of that situation he's put himself in. Acting the victim is what that light-skinned youth was doing. Sounds like a British person. What a shame. He's actually articulate and well-spoken. Some of these guys could have actually done something productive with their lives if they weren't so entrenched with the street life. Weird, because Alicia is the only one who can potentially save his life and fight for him when she gets out. Saying, brother, you do know she's getting out because her lawyer threw Gutter under the bus. So what can she do to help him when he got her L? Says, I don't know what she did aside from the speedy trial, but it worked. They wouldn't allow the other 3 to sever their trials, right? He could have had a better chance if he went to trial by himself. Edit, I forgot that she was pregnant, so jury was probably sympathetic. And then she also took the stand in her own defense. So look, here's what happened next, right? He kept talking. I know we cut that speech short, but obviously that's what this post was about. But he would go on, and he actually ended his speech. He also gave Jacksonville Gen Z a message saying these streets, this rap feud, this drill music shit, this ain't worth it. And this is actually probably one of the most positive things that came out of the trial.
Say what she said, you know, but that's all though. I want to say something to like Jacksonville though too. So to my city, man, it ain't worth it, boy. Like it ain't worth it. Like me being a rapper from my city and Foolio being a rapper from our city, it ain't worth it. Like my mouth getting dry, sorry. Like the dissing, the beefing, the shooting, like for what? Like for what? Like when you sitting in your cell alone, cold, it's lonely as hell in that bed. Everybody leave you. Like nobody here for you. Like the ones that's your ride or die, your girlfriends, whoever you love, the only person there for you is your mother, and maybe like one friend, maybe, but it ain't worth it though, bro. It ain't worth it. I was 21 years old facing the death penalty. I never ever, my only interactions with law enforcement was traffic tickets. Wake up next morning, I'm facing the death penalty. That's how quick life can change. It ain't worth it, bro. That's all though. And sorry if I was nervous. Sorry.
No, it's okay, Mr. Chance. And thank you for saying that.
I do actually think that was positive, man, because this shit ain't worth it. I feel like a lot of people talk shit about me, right? And they say, you glorify the gang life. Well, if you watch my videos, especially the Foolio Jacksonville Deadly Gang War video that I did before Foolio died, watch it to the end, watch the last chapter, watch the last 5-10 minutes, and you'll see that I say that this has got to change. It's not worth it. I do hope that these kids, these youths, can actually find their way out of the streets and find a better way out of these scenarios. And this is what it took. You know, this is actually what it took. It took Foolio getting murdered and going out this badly to lead people to at least lead people that were living that lifestyle to finally come out and say it's actually not. You know what? We did it. We killed the biggest op in the city like everybody rapped about a million times. Everybody rapped about wanting to kill Foolio. We actually did it and lived it, and it wasn't worth it. Let's say, Yo City, saying Ghost's gonna make him a ghost. Reality setting in quick for Mr. Blood on my Pradas. Saying, how do you be spotting that shit? He thinking, what the hell? Slow down with all that talking, man. That's crazy. Said Ghost dead inside. All them kids, SMH. Crazy how everything got to happen before dudes realize it too late. He lost a lot of weight since the start of the trial. Should have took his broad to Busch Gardens. Said lonely as hell in that bitch. I thought he was going to get in trouble for cursing. This is last speech. Might as well let him get it off. Every man is capable of remorse. Sad that it took this for him to feel it. Honestly, this will help him in the long run to accept his sentence and move on with life. Whatever it might be inside a prison, he got a long road ahead. RIP 6. Not going to lie, there's genuinely no moving on with life. Bro is genuinely stuck in a time capsule for the remainder of his life. They say it's better late than never. But that's not the case when it comes to learning. You young boys better learn early and fast. Life's too short to keep making mistakes, and time is too precious to waste. On some real shit, though, he the only one out of all of they ass that can get his sentence reduced through the Cruel and Unusual Punishment Act. Everybody else cooked, though. Saying 100%, I don't care what no one says. He defo deserves time, maybe 15, same as Alicia, or maybe extra 5, making it 20. I'm sure he would take that sentence with pride looking at his co-defendant's time, but you don't deserve life. They're saying Gathright is a serial killer with like 9 bodies, multiple of them being innocent people, and you're talking about doesn't deserve a life sentence. They're saying, okay, he might have a body, but it's just you making shit up. 9 bodies, come on, man. They're saying, cool, innocent kid from Paxton. Why Bezzy? Jake, Rico, innocent ex-Navy SEAL living in his girlfriend's apartment complex, and Foolio all in 1 year. He was saying he had 7-8 bodies and snippets before he killed that innocent ex-Navy SEAL and Foolio. What on earth? I've never heard this. They're saying he killed... What the hell? Police, man dead after being shot multiple times on Jacksonville's north side, person detained. They said the man was between 40 and 45 years. What?
One developing news overnight, one person has died after a shooting on Jacksonville's north side. The JSO says this incident happened around 9:45 last night on Maidstone Cove Drive, and that is where officers found the victim, shot multiple times. Pronounced dead at the hospital, though, as JSO says it does have one person detained and don't know the exact circumstances of the incident, they tell us, or the relationships of the people involved. Now, if you do have any helpful information, you can call Crime Stoppers, 866-845-TIPS, but JSO do say there is no threat to the community right now, and that.
This is crazy. They said officers responded to a shooting at 9:45 p.m. in the 10500 block of Maidstone Cove Drive. One person was detained. They were being transported to the police to be interviewed. They didn't know the circumstances. Are they really saying he out here? They really saying he out here killing Navy SEALs? What the hell? It's from the murder report. He got caught with the gun used for the murder on May 23rd. Wow. People don't realize, but these things help 15 to 20 years down the line. I said the exact same thing when you're in your cell at night, lonely with the cold walls. You would do anything to get out. That shit's crazy. Bro, got to be the slowest of them all. AA had to be the mastermind behind this drill. That's crazy. All these dudes know right from wrong. The problem is everyone walking around with the "it won't happen to me" syndrome, like life a video game and you get hella chances to start over. Even if the remorse is genuine, he's still one of the many who goes out here killing, thinking that they will never get caught. So I don't know why, but I feel like he got a chance, no pun intended type shit, to actually get his sentence reduced, maybe 15 to 30 years down the line when laws change. We've seen several dudes receive life sentences and get out later after the law changes. He got to take this shit on the chin for now. Can't reduce the life without parole sentence because it's mandatory by Florida statute. He'd have to get the whole first-degree murder conviction thrown out. It's a long shot. They're saying he went out sad. If I'm risking my freedom on a murder one charge, I would rather be the shooter, not the damn lookout. Then he brought his bitch with him too. Like he's an idiot. He deserves to sit down for at least 20 years. His pregnant girl. That is dumb as hell. I don't like you. Chance should have got something less than life. He didn't pull no trigger. Doesn't matter. He was part of it and orchestrated. Then why Alicia get 15? Because she severed her case. And as a woman, women have a weird way of never being held 100% accountable in the eyes of the law, almost as if they're subhuman. That is a crazy way of putting it. Now, Sean Gathright, okay, the privileged boy, all right, the posh boy who went wrong, decided to kill a rapper. He blamed his underdeveloped mind, and he also seems to believe that he is onto better things in life after his sentencing. Sean Gathright he's got a bright future ahead of him, according to him and his rich family.
It's very simple to understand that our brains have not developed enough. That we live in a society where someone under the age of 21 can be sentenced to death or life in prison without parole. We leave no room for growth, rehabilitation, or redemption. We don't account for the fact that they weren't a fully developed adult, and their judgment and decision-making abilities weren't developed either.
Everybody wants to start talking about everybody becomes a neurosurgeon once they catch that life without parole, don't they? Everybody wants to start talking about underdeveloped brain, the hippocampus, left brain, right brain. You know what I'm saying? Brainstem. Y'all become brain surgeons once you get caught, once you get that life without parole. My brain, I was only 20. I was only 25. My brain wasn't fully developed yet.
I believe it is cruel for someone under the age of 21 to be sentenced to life without parole or death before they're even old enough to be fully emancipated or to fully comprehend what consequences their actions carry.
That one kills me. You shouldn't sentence them to life before they're at an age where they fully understand what consequences their actions carry. These are bro, you fucking around and find out. You was in the fuck around stage, all right, when you was 19, 19? And now you're in the find out state. It's too late. You didn't know the consequences. You find it out the hard way because everyone else in society knew. We already knew at every age, all right? All of us that aren't doing life without parole, we knew. You don't murder people because there's consequences. I'm a big man now, okay? I'm a lot older than he is, but I didn't kill anyone. From the age to 0 to 21, spotless record. 0 murders over here, gang, all right? I didn't need my brain, my underdeveloped brain, my hippocampi, all right? I don't know shit about brains. But my brain was developed enough from the age of 0 to know not to murder my fellow man.
I say all this because I want to see change. Change for those whose fates were sealed long before they were born. Change.
See, now he done turned to a whole activist. He wants to see change, man. He needs to see change. Should have changed the plans before he murdered Foolio.
Prodigal sons and daughters who ventured off too far in the world and got lost.
He calling himself the prodigal son. This one's pissing me off. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you, man. At least the other guy basically took it on the chin and said he got back, he did what he's supposed to do, and he regrets it. Bro, he turned into a whole activist, but this sounds making me mad.
Change for those who haven't reached full maturity or unlocked their full potential as adults. Change for the ones who never had the option to go around, over, or underneath, but straight through their obstacles. In spite of my current circumstances, I still trust in all those biblical promises. And I believe that I am exactly where God planned for me to be, a plan He created long before I was born. It is also my belief that this chapter of my life will propel me to a much greater purpose than what we see here today, because my journey has just begun.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That one's crazy. Dude writing speeches like it's gonna help him. You're cooked. Life over. It's done. It's finished. All right. Look at Flacco. Flacco beat me to this, man, because I was busy the past couple of days. But like, I can't believe Foolio's killers really did this nonsense. He a bitch. It's facts. It's facts, bro. This is the part GTA didn't show you. Why didn't he just join the military like his mum? This shit is embarrassing. Where's all that gangster talk now when you was stalking someone and planning the death? We not buying it. Lady, he killed someone. The nerve of him to quote Bible verses, but the one verse that completely went over his head was one of the 10 commandments. Thou shalt not kill. He skipped that one. Boy got a taste of that yard and turned into Shakespeare. His dudes kill me. As soon as they get in court, now they want to be all holy. Every time I see bro, I think of sweat equity. Man, be gone with all that bullshit. He killed someone, and he said there are things that are left to chance. No accountability. He says he ended up in a situation. No, you killed someone. He's done. No scriptures are saving you from this sentence. Driving hours with AR-style guns to kill someone's not a mistake. That's evil act, premeditated. And don't say he was 18 and young. His brain wasn't developed when I was 18. His brain wasn't developed when I was 18 in college, focusing on my career. I was not hunting men down. Pause. This dude Gathright blow me every time he starts turning into a jailhouse preacher. Pause. He might blow a few people away when he's in jail. He seems to know plenty of lines from the Bible, but he forgot the most important one, thou shalt not kill. Shut the F up. I knew not to roll around and kill people with an AR at 18. That sweat equity gonna hit hard. He thought he cooked with that one. He thought they was about to turn around and say, you know what? You know what? Unlock them cuffs, let him out, man. Let him out. Let him be in charge of the courthouse. Give him $1 million. Let's give him absolute joke. So all men were convicted. Life without the possibility of parole.
Without
sweat
parole.
equity.
That is the sentence for the 4 men convicted in the murder of Jacksonville rapper Charles Jones, better known as Foolio. A Hillsborough County judge made the sentencing official during a hearing today. Fox 13's Aaron Mesmer followed the developments and is live at the Hillsborough County Courthouse in downtown Tampa. Aaron, 3 of the defendants spoke in court for the first time today. What did they say?
Yeah, Haley, and 2 of them had a very similar message to their communities. Don't throw your lives away and learn from their mistakes. In court today, a judge officially sentenced Rashad Murphy, Davion Murphy, Sean Gathright, and Isaiah Chance to life in prison without the chance of parole. A jury recommended that sentence last month after convicting them of first-degree murder. Tomorrow marks 2 years since Jacksonville rapper Charles Jones, who went by Foolio, was gunned down in an ambush.
So you know the story, all right? These guys went out sad. It's very unfortunate, all right? And I kind of hear what the judge was saying. Foolio was living such a dangerous, diabolical life. It's not surprising. It's not at all surprising how he went out. But it is still sad. Because it's sad all of these young black men that did have their lives ahead of them got caught up in something bigger than them. And these are the consequences. I don't have sympathy on a level where I feel like these guys should be given a second chance. They killed somebody. Foolio don't get no second chance. But I do feel like there are larger societal forces at play that unfortunately led to all of this violence in Jacksonville. And it is really sad. I think that a lot of things need to change before this gets better. But the sad truth is, this needed to happen. And all of those guys getting trotted out in court and going viral for their pathetic displays of remorse or, you know, last minute just converting to a preacher overnight to try and get yourself out of this situation. It's embarrassing. But that's what's needed, because there will genuinely be young people in Jacksonville that thought that all of that Foolio killer who I smoke stuff was cool. We now see how that worked out. It ain't cool. It ain't cool, man. And Young and Ace, look, his career's kind of gone downhill a little bit since Foolio died, because all that beefing was WWE. But when it actually ended up being real and Foolio died, you got a couple of viral songs out of it, and then it all went quiet. Because the WWE, if the Rock and Stone Cold go in the ring and then The Rock dies at the end of the fight and he never comes back to fight, then viewership numbers are going down. So that's all I'm going to say, man. Life without the possibility of parole, and it's only right. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm out for now. Peace.